everyone, it's Pam from GlamJunkJournals, and today I'd like to share with you my latest journal. I just finished this beauty yesterday, and I'm calling it my Fairies and Butterflies journal, obviously. This was inspired by a couple of thrift store finds that I got on my latest haul, and I'll show you those throughout the journal here. This beauty measures 6 by 9, and it's got a 3-inch spine. And what I started with was a hardcover book, and I removed the spine and I created my own spine. This baby has 3 signatures, a total of 136 pages, and lots of writing space and journaling pages. So what I did on the cover is, this was the inspiration for the coloring. This was some fabric that I got at a thrift store, and I just thought the colors were beautiful. And along with this image that I got off the public domain on the internet, I just thought they went gorgeous together. So what I did is I started with a piece of corrugated cardboard, and on the top of the corrugated cardboard I just ran across some gilding finish. This is Rub and Buff Antique Gold, and I just rubbed and buffed along the ridges of the corrugated cardboard. So that is my base, and I built up from there with some of my signature tulle here, and I sewed around the edge of the image, and I built along the side here one of my flower clusters. This is the fake flowers from my stash, and this is a flower that I took apart. And this little beauty right here, if you can see that black and gold, was another thrift store purchase. It was a tie, and this is all I have left of the tie. It was one of those really wide ones that are not in style, or maybe they are in style anymore. You know how they go from skinny to wide back to skinny? Well, this is a really wide one, so I just took it apart, and there's a ton of fabric. A vintage earring that I glued onto the top with some E6000, and I forgot to mention this lace right here. That was from a thrift store also. That was a headband, and I just removed the elastic on the side, and underneath that there is some of that this maroon burgundy, actually it's more maroon, silk ribbon that's along the sides here. So that's underneath that headband, and I sewed on a bracelet. So there's that. The spine right here is made from a lace skirt that I featured in my thrift store haul video. And see, there it is. And I've cut out about half of it, but I still have lots more to use. Love that. So that's fun. So let's go inside. This is, like I said, whoops, sorry about the camera bonk. Silk ribbon here, and along the inside I Mod Podged fabric and also some cardstock, and added some gold trim along the side of the front and the back. There's some lace that is cream colored, a cutout of some Edith Holden, which is gorgeous. I added a little bit of liquid pearls on there and some of my bling. And I just love the way this leopard pattern mixes with the flowers. I've always been a fan of pattern mixing, and I just thought that just added a special pop to it. So on this side, here's a pocket that along the side is some more collage work with some vintage pearls and some lace, a couple journaling cards here. And this, I don't know if you guys remember or recognize this. This was a freebie from Junk Journal Junkies. I don't remember who posted it, but thank you very much. This has been Mod Podged with some sparkle Mod Podge, because I figured, you know, fairy dust and fairy sparkle throughout the journal. Here's some writing page and some writing space here. This is another shirt from a thrift store that I just created a little collage snippet. And on this side, here's a couple more journaling cards, and this is some Tim Holtz ephemera. There's a cluster there with some more of my fake flowers from my stash, and this is stamped and collaged and stenciled. Some graph paper for writing, Edith Holden, more paper for writing, and this is from Hobby Lobby. You know how I love Hobby Lobby. Their patterns are just gorgeous, and this looks so good. It almost looks like it matches exactly with the cover. So I thought, wow. Some more of that cream ribbon and some of my bling on a roll that I cut up. And clipped to the top is a cute little angel. Isn't she cute? With some journaling space on the back. And a little booklet that I made. This says love right here. And then there's some more space for writing on the inside. And then there's more, that's the back page of that other page with some stamping and more stenciling. Some blank page for writing. And this right here is a pocket that, if you recognize, that's the same tie. I told you there's a lot of fabric on that tie. So I encourage you guys to look at men's ties too, because they've got a lot of really pretty fabric. And then two little journaling cards clipped to the outside right there. Some more of my bling. And on this side, there's another image. This one's from the Graphics Fairy, and more of that leopard print that I just think just brings out all of the contrasting colors, and it goes really well together. And then we've got a cluster here of some fabric and cheesecloth and some gold ribbon there. And some butterflies that I Mod Podged for durability up at the top. You can see that. And this side here is a booklet that I made, and some more of my bling on a roll. And this is made out of a mini file folder. And here's another journaling card with a cute little butterfly fairy. She goes on the inside there. Oh, and I was going to mention, here's another piece of that skirt. That's one of the cream colored stripes in that skirt that I cut up. Little cute stamp down there. And this is the center of the first signature. I figured I have to put in these two vintage doilies shaped like butterflies, really? So I avocado dyed them, added some rhinestone on their body, and painted with some liquid pearls just around the edges to give it a little bit of color. And two matching journaling cards. This is from Shakespeare. It says Tales from Shakespeare for Young People, and it has all these little dancing fairies and angels. And I did space for writing on the back. And they've been attached with glue and also brads. Here's another page with a pocket along the side made out of fabric, and here's another journaling card. Isn't that cute? This is called Fairies Going to a Midnight Party. More journaling space on the back. And I brought in a blue butterfly to go with the blue in the fairies. Here's another one of those tie pockets, and one of my fabric and scrap paper snippet rolls. Little butterfly attached on there. Got a little sticker of a butterfly there. And this is a cute little image of another fairy. And just did a little corner decoration on there. She fits right in there. More blank pages. Some Some more stamping and stenciling. Here's an upper corner pocket with some of my leaves from my stash, and a little card with a butterfly on that. More writing space. And this, you'll see, this is one of my Franken page collage papers that I just cut up. They're throughout this, and this is a short one that I just added some stamps to and sewed around the outside. More Edith Holden. And this is a corner, or side pocket I should say, that I attached some ribbon to. Tie that up. Little button and a butterfly. Graph paper. More of the stenciled and stamped images. Another piece of that shirt that I cut up. And there's one of those little mini offcuts of what you'll see in the later in the flip through about this is a little offcut of one of the fabric and collage frames I did. More writing space. There's a vintage tablecloth, and I sewed on a little heart down there made out of bronze. There's a 3-tiered pocket with another one of those Mod Podged butterflies. An image of 3 little fairies, and that Mars is French for March, and I guess it was windy because their little hats are blowing off. That was really cute. And on the back of that, this is some Distress Oxide spray from Tim Holtz, so I kind of thought that was the whole shimmery fairy vibe going there. And here's another one of those collage out of those butterflies. And on the back, we've got some stamping, some more journaling, a fabric doily, some vellum, more pages for journaling. And here's some of that same leopard pattern that I just think complements. I just can't get enough of this. I put this throughout my house, and my husband's like, do you think that's kind of enough of the leopard? No, actually. And there's another one. Another side pocket that I made with some of the same burgundy ribbon. Actually, what is that? It's kind of between burgundy and like a burnt red. I don't know. It's kind of in between, but it goes. Anyways, here is a side pocket that I made with some cute little fairies. And a little journaling card with that Junk Journal Junkie free image there. And that goes in the side pocket. Some more blank pages for writing, and of course I had to stick this in there. It says Fairy Visions. It's from one of my music, vintage music books, and so I stuck the whole thing in there because you got to have that. Here's the center of the second signature with another Edith Holden page and more of that skirt. More blank pages for writing. Here's another corner of that piece of graph paper and a journaling card I made with, there you see, look how that goes, and a butterfly, and this little cute tag, or I don't know what you want to call it. I think it looks more like a bookmark. This was from the spine of the original book that I disassembled, and on the back there is some of my fabric and scrap paper snippet that just happened to be the right size, so I glued it on the back. I just think that looks really cute. More journaling pages. These have all been tea stained. Here's the other half of that doily. And here's another corner tiered pocket and a journaling card with another one of those little butterflies. And here's my collaged tag there. Got some gold trim. And this you'll see throughout the journal too. This little sparkly fabric is from a shirt. Or I should say a blouse, not a shirt. This side made a pocket. And right here is some more of that headband that was used on the front. And a butterfly. And some Tim Holtz ephemera again. And a tag with that lovely leopard. And another one of those journaling collage cards, Added some tulle on the top just for sparkle. More blank pages. Here is a brown paper bag that I stamped some butterflies on, and on the inside a little booklet that I made. Isn't she cute? It's a collaged booklet made out of envelopes, and on the inside we've got a couple journaling cards here, little tags, and on the back side there's another one of those collaged pieces with the butterflies and a stamp and more of the leopard, so that fits right in there. And on this side there's another part of that skirt. Look at her, isn't she pretty? She's a butterfly fairy, so I got like 2 for 1 on that one. Very pretty, from the Graphics Fairy. More pages for writing. This is from Tim Holtz, pattern vellum. More writing page. More of that scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby, and one of my scrap snippets, and another pocket. As you can see, I try to make my things, I should say my embellishments and ephemera go throughout. So there's another tie, and this is a collaged scrap pocket. And there's one of those other little fairies. And a little journaling card right there. And I just thought this was pretty. This is from a children's storybook, and I thought the colors went well, and I love flowers, so I put her in there. More pages, another free. This is the same image from Junk Journal Junkies, free to use. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love it. And on this side, I added a ribbon tie closure. Let me get that open here. So that is actually sewn into the center of the signature there. And on the inside, I made a staggered booklet with another beautiful fairy on the front that's been embellished with liquid pearls, and just some writing pages and scrap pieces of paper along that. And that just ties right in there. More of that page. And this is the page that I showed in my last tutorial. That is a series on using up cardboard and paper. Here's the frame that I made. And there's a tutorial on my YouTube channel on how I did that. And that was the same that I added on the back of the bookmark center. I had some more of that. And in the middle is a frame that has been glued on with a cute little butterfly, and I just think that that goes really well with everything. Oh, and look, oh, there's some more of that leopard. Blank pages, the storybook, graph paper, and on this side, I made another one of my pockets that had been sewn onto a piece of cardboard, and this is one of those collaged fabric pockets that there's the tie again. As you can see, it kind of all flows together. And this is a rose that I cut out of that same fabric, and I kind of, for lack of a better term, quilted it. I added some fabric batting underneath, and I sewed around the edges just to make a swirly pattern, glued some beads on, and added some additional, my leaves from my stash. More of that ribbon and tulle, and we have a little mini envelope up here that opens up, very cute, with a Velcro closure, and a couple little tags in there. Aren't they cute? Here's some more tags right there. More writing space, vellum. Got 3 more pages of writing, journaling spots. There's another piece of that skirt. And the other half of that same envelope that was previously in the, previous pages. Another journaling tag right there with some lines on the back. And a card with another picture from those same gorgeous fairies. And I added one of those butterflies on the bottom. And that had been Mod Podge. Most of the tags in here have been Mod Podged. And there is a vertical belly band with some of the same snippet rolls that are previously in the journal. And here's another one of those tiered booklets. And this is from something I think is in German. I can't read it, but it's got a bunch of little dancing fairies on that. And I added some more, you know, offcuts of scraps. There's Edith Holden again, of course. And he looks really cute stuck in there. And they were just the right size. Oh, and a little butterfly stamped on the top. And then here is the back with another cutout from Edith Holden and some of that leopard scrap paper and some vintage buttons. And there she is. Oh, and I didn't mention earlier all of the corners, on the two corners on the front and the back. These are metal corner brackets from, I think they're also from Tim Holtz. So anyways, there she is, and I hope you like her. I just think she's gorgeous. I love the coloring, and she just turned out awesome. So I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye!